Thank you so much for being on Records in My Life and
Thank you.
really exciting times. Congratulations, Angie, which just dropped on, I mean, Friday, if I'm
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Please tell me all about it and how it came together and who the special people that worked on it.
Yeah, it was definitely like a labor of love. It was a labor of intense, detail-oriented days and but also days where we just had a lot of fun in the studio. Yeah, I mean it was so many people came together to make this record happen and I'm like a mega fan of everyone that's worked on it, so that also is a plus for me, I guess. But yeah, it was many years of kind of toiling away and making it work and pulling songs from like 2020. There's an interlude on there that's like 5 years old, but yeah, it was really lovely to get so many people involved and to be able to work with so many great people.
And what were a couple of records that some because I was reading in the bio, there was a whole like list of credits of which like the
Yeah.
producers worked on. Can you give me a couple of records they worked on that you're a big fan of?
Yeah, I mean, so Solomonophic, Jared has done, I mean, he did some drums and additional production on some SZA stuff. He has done like the Remy Wolf stuff. He's doing a lot of the Lola Young stuff. Marinelli and I like kind of came up together. He's like one of my best friends, and we went to high school together. And
Wow.
he's continued to work with artists like Young Friend, and um, he's on tour right now with Phineas, doing like modular synthesizer. Austin and Wyatt do Gene Dawson. John Hill is so funny. John Hill, I was like, I'm a massive fan of like Shakira and he made that song "She Wolf" by Shakira, which I think is really funny. But also as well as like other great kind of newer indie bands. But yeah, I mean, there's we're not short of incredible collaborators on the album, which is very special, which I'm very grateful for.
Records in My Life is about you, the artist, and the records that continue to inspire you. And I thank you again for being on the show. You grew up in a very musical background. Both your parents are artists, musicians, composers. What give me a couple of records which they played from you when you were growing up that inspired you?
Yeah, I mean, my mom was and still is like a big piano player, and she loves to play, like that's like her biggest hobby. She loves to play piano at home, and when I was a kid I would sit under her piano and she would play like Chopin and Schubert and
Oh,
Mozart, um kind of
beautiful.
like all of those classics, and it was like such a special like childhood memory, because she'll still play like Moonlight Sonata and those songs, and that's like music that I've been hearing her play since I was like 5 years old. So it's really special to have that through line in my life of her loving that kind of music. And my dad was a big jazz head, and I have like faint memories of as a kid of like going to some shows that he would bring me to and stuff like this. But yeah, so that's really nice. I feel like they both had their own genres that they were very, very into. So it's nice to kind of be able to incorporate some of those things a little bit across the album.
That's really nice that you have those memories, that you have those fond memories and can keep them going through
Yeah, definitely.
music, the best thing in the world, which is always in us. You mentioned you were going on tour earlier, and
Yeah.
like you have a busy schedule, traveling like all over the place. What are a couple of records you're taking, or your iPhone? What are a couple of records
Yeah.
to help you relax a bit during all that travel, which you know you'll go to right away?
I like to kind of like tap into two or three albums that I haven't listened to yet when I go on the road, because it's nice to just be able to listen to them whole. So one of them is the new Sia Gray album that she put out
Oh yeah,
recently. My partner sent me MJ Lenderman's album. I don't know
very
if that was
nice.
recent, but yeah, I want to kind of dig into that a little bit. Yeah, there's a couple of good ones I'm excited to dive into. Yeah.
Nice, good picks. Now,
Yeah.
you lived in Paris too. I guess was it when you were really younger that you lived in Paris, or was it recently?
Yeah, it was more when I was younger. I was 12 years old, I believe. I did my eighth grade year in Paris.
Are there any record and you're playing there? You're playing at the We Are Green Festival and another date.
Yeah.
I think you're playing another city in France. Sorry, I can't
Yes.
remember right now, but
No, it's all good.
at least I remember you had another date.
I can't remember either, to be honest with you. I'm not sure, but we're playing.
Are there any records in particular? Because I mean, circling back, Paris has an amazing history of their, I mean, their love of jazz, and like they welcomed like all the jazz, like when
Yeah,
America turned their back on all the great jazz artists, right?
for sure.
Uh, are there any what are there any records that when you listen to you think of Paris or remind you of the city of City of Light?
Yeah, I mean, there's a Françoise Hardy album that I'll listen to a few songs off of that when I'm in France. I mean, I when I was living there, I was listening to like, oh my God, I can't even really remember, to be honest. It might have been American music. It's really funny because I feel like as a kid in France, so much of the music that was part of pop culture was just like imported from the US and made its way to France like 3 to 6 months after it was popular in the US, which is quite funny. So I feel like a lot of the music was sort of that, and then maybe more like dance, electronic EDM music as well, because France has like a huge history of like French touch and electronic music and stuff. But yeah, I think as more recently, like Françoise Hardy is a great French artist. Who else? I mean, I love Stromae. Um, he's great as well. More recent. But yeah,
What's a good, this is a family for my friend, my dear nephew, who's a handsome lawyer and he's trying to
yeah,
get back into what's a good romantic record to play like on a first date in the car if you're going for like he likes
yeah.
to go for drives. That's his idea of so what's a good record?
Sure. There's a Puma Blue album. Maybe it's called Swum Baby. I think that's what it is. Yeah, SWUM Baby, Swum Baby. It's a great EP by Puma Blue and it's deeply, deeply romantic and sexy. So I'd recommend that one.
Thank you for all the great recommendations. One more question onto the
Yeah.
speed round, then we'll let you go.
Yeah.
What's a record that no matter how tired you are, or if you're feeling kind of maudlin, that'll always make you want to dance. As soon it goes in there, you're just like
Right. There's this I mean there's that Caroline Polachek song So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings is so
great
good.
track.
That one's such a great one. There's also this song called Melody. Yeah, it's Melody. It's by Plus Two, Plustwo. It's the 1983 club vinyl mix, but that was really good. And I love that song. It's got some like really cool format shifting on the vocals. And it's just got like a great beat to it as well.
On to the speed round. Weed, water, or wine to listen to your favorite record or write.
Ooh, wine, red wine.
Record of your high school years. First one you think of.
Oh, Paramore, the one that has the only exception on it. Can't remember the name, but it's that one.
Coffee with an artist, alive or dead.
Oh, would love to have coffee with Bonnie Bear.
Words of wisdom for your fans and our audience.
Always stay true to what your gut is telling you because if you drown it out, it will only get more quiet. So you gotta keep that voice to your ears and make sure you're listening to it.
The show is really nothing without you. So please like or subscribe or check out our Patreon. And this year we've switched it up and you can win a record just for leaving a comment. Thank you again and we love you. Peace.